Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Nate, back here with another video. Today's video is console VOD review number 11, and this VOD review is a dual VOD review from console battles hosted by O-Center, which was a third-party tournament with a lot of top console players in it, like TK, Zapixie, and Shinx. And the duo that came first was Cartoon Paul and Relying, and they had some really good games that I learned a lot from. So today I'll be sharing that information to you so you guys can learn more about how to play duos and how to improve with your duo. If you guys are new to the channel and want some of the best console competitive content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/natefnt. I try and stream there as much as possible. Also follow me on Twitter at natefnt to stay updated with me and the channel. And last but not least, don't forget to comment something down below. It's your boy Nate, and let's get straight into the VOD. So right here, Cartoon Paul and Relying are edge of half in half out zone, and the first moving zone appears and it pulls far. They aren't doing that well on mats, but they do have a lot of shockwaves, so they obviously use these to rotate. But one thing Cartoon Paul does is make sure he gets elevated, and then he does this shockwave technique with you and your duo on the ramp, and you throw the shockwave at the middle of your ramp. And this is actually very good as it keeps them together. I wouldn't expect them to do this type of shockwave method, but it's actually really efficient. They box up again and use another shockwave doing the same method because they don't have a lot of mats, and after they use that shockwave they go flying to low ground, and Cartoon Paul calls stay right side, and he says this because the dead sides on moving zones are always the two edges, so you will be able to avoid more opponents and get to zone easier.
Box up. Are you good? I'm ready. Right side, play right side, okay? Right side. Okay. Right side.
Once they drop low ground and play right side, Cartoon tells Relying to drop mats, and this is something a lot of IGL/tarpers in a duo forget to do. They just keep tunneling and tarping and forget they can run out of mats, but Cartoon actually tells Relying to split mats. Then he prepares to use another shockwave. I like how they aren't scared to use their shockwaves. I mean, it saved them mats, but a lot of times teams would rather just tarp to this zone. And Cartoon specifically tells Relying to stay on the right side because he still knows it's dead.
Alright, we're gonna shockwave. We're gonna shockwave again, okay? Back up. Alright, got it. We're gonna play right side, okay? 3. Wait, kill this guy. 3, 2, 1. Right side, play right side, play right side.
Right here, I love this play by Cartoon. Relying does a great job getting an impact frag. They will indeed need those mats later in the game, but I love how Cartoon as the IGL already has a plan before the zone pulls. He says if it pulls far, we're going to go right side, and this keeps him and Relying on the same page, and you always want to be on the same page as your teammate. So he uses a bouncer to get ahead of zone, but also to that right side. Bouncers are actually very underrated in situations like this. It helps him and Relying get to dead side of zone while being ahead.
Get the mats and get to me, get the mats and get to me. Get the mats and get to me, okay? Yeah, listen, if it plays far, we're going right side, okay? You ready? Yeah, follow me, just follow me. I'm bouncing. Land on me, okay? I need you to land on me. Alright, I need the box to come make it, cover my back.
Here I will show a mistake in Cartoon's and Relying's gameplay, and this is majority on Cartoon's fault as he is the IGL, but they get lucky in the situation. My point is, right here Cartoon does not recognize the zone, so he doesn't realize it pulls up a mountain. Right here he needs to tell Relying to split mats way earlier and start preparing to go up the hill and then shockwave or just completely tarp up, but they get lucky, it works out somehow, and Cartoon makes it up the hill and they get height.
I won't be able to pick it up. Wait, I'll be able to. I got up. Are you in height? I'm with you.
After getting height, I know Cartoon is a great height player, so he knows how to prioritize spraying second height. He makes sure him and Relying aren't up too high as that might grief their game. He also recognizes a chance for a refresh on height and he gets a kill, but unfortunately couldn't get his loot or mats, but it was a good example of how to get a refresh on height, and you guys can watch it here.
Spray second height.
Okay, in this game, Cartoon does a great job on recognizing the zones, and I think this game is a great example of not being afraid to use builds, but also a great example of how an IGL should communicate to his fragger. Paul does a great job as he tells Relying literally what he's going to do before he does it, and once again, this is good because they're on the same page. This isn't the most action-packed game, but I will identify things you can learn from it. So after recycling the crash pad, Paul immediately realizes the zone will go up, and if they want a chance of winning this game, they cannot get stuck under a mountain. So he does these great tarps that you guys should know how to do. If you don't know how to do these, make sure to go learn because they are needed for when going uphill. And he's not afraid to use his mats because he knows there will always be an opportunity to get a refresh.
We gotta go up, we have to go, we have to get the I need you to use the mats, okay? Got me hard mats? Okay. We gotta look for refresh soon, okay? Yeah. You need to stay close to me, I need to get through this. Follow me now. We need to go now. We have to go off in a second. We have to go.
So Relying does a great job getting a refresh, and once again you guys see Cartoon doesn't want to get stuck under the mountain, but I want to show you guys how Cartoon and Relying look for refresh options. They find 2 people to get a refresh on, but the people get out the box, but these are still great examples of how to get an impact frag.
I got it. Can we kill the solo? Kill the solo. Get up. What are your mats? Drop me out. Box to me. Phone. You got out. Drop me out. Drop me wood. Look down right here. Look down right here.
So it's getting late in the game and they need a refresh. Cartoon realizes that low ground is free, and low ground is also a great layer to get refreshes on because everyone that usually drops low ground is scuffed. One mistake I could say about Paul in this situation that could have made him die is that he didn't ask Relying to split mats. But on a positive note, Paul does have a plan, and his plan is after we get a kill, I'll play floppers. And after getting that kill, he does that while Relying starts claiming everything on the low ground, which is what you guys should do on low ground. They end up winning the game.
We need to get a kill and play flops. Go and play flops. Shut above us. Get the mats and build. Build. Coming. Build. Overbuild. Claim everything and build now. Keep building. How many mats do you have? Watch for the mats. Ready because they're dropping? I have 1 flopper per hill. Let me see.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed doing this VOD review and learned a lot, and hopefully you guys did too. If you're new to the channel and still haven't subscribed, please subscribe and drop a like. Follow me on every social media at natefnt to support me and to also stay updated with myself and the channel. And last but not least, comment something down below. It's your boy Nate, and I'm out. Peace.